follow Jesus, we should know who he is. Right? We want to know who Jesus is. We want to know what he says about himself. So whatever he says about himself, we should know. And so we look at 2 verses, and then next week we'll focus on 3 verses, and then week after that 2 for a total of 7. So open your Bibles to Exodus chapter 3 verse 18, and also John chapter 10 verses 7 through 14. So 2 places. So John wrote the book of John, and talked about Jesus. And if you look, maybe your Bible has red letters. If you look at it, most of the book of John is written in red because John was writing mostly about what Jesus said. So we're going to start with Exodus chapter 3, verse 14. So before I start, let's pray. Our Father in heaven, thank you for the opportunity to examine your word. Help us to understand your word. Help us to apply it to our lives. We thank you for the blessing of your word. Help us to trust in you alone. And continue to bless us in Jesus' name. So, Exodus chapter 3. You know the story? Moses. Is this your sign for Moses? Moses grew up in Egypt under Pharaoh. He grew up in Pharaoh's house because he was a baby. Pharaoh wanted to kill all of the boys of the Hebrew people because there were too many of them. So he said, kill all the males, all the boys. But Moses' mother put him in a basket and placed him in the river. And who found Moses? Pharaoh's daughter. So she took Moses, and he grew up and was educated in her house. And then when Moses was 40 years old, he left Egypt because he learned that he was a Hebrew. He saw the Hebrew, he saw how the Hebrews were enslaved, how hard they had to work. So Moses was angry about this. He saw an Egyptian man beating a Hebrew. And Moses killed the Egyptian man. Then Moses had to run away. He had to flee Egypt. And he stayed in the desert for 40 more years. His wife's father was a priest. So he worked for his father-in-law as a shepherd. One day, he was with the sheep. He saw something strange. This was weird. He saw a bush that was burning. It was on fire. And it continued to burn. You know, when you start a fire with wood, the wood gets burned up, it'll reduce to ashes, right? Right. 2 weeks ago, when we were clearing some brush and stuff, we were throwing things out, and we burned the trash, but it didn't keep burning. As long as we put wood on the fire, it would burn and then it would die down. And as soon as you put more fuel on the fire, it burns again. That's normal. But Moses saw the bush continue to burn. He didn't understand what was going on. So Moses said, I'm going to go see what's going on. So, have you heard the story before? Do you know the story? Some of you are just sitting there blank-faced. You know the story, yes or no? So, what do you think was the size of the fire? Was it small or was it big? I think it was huge. Like, enormous. That's how Moses noticed it. That's what I think. That's my opinion. Moses walked up to the fire, and he heard a voice speaking. God spoke to him. God told Moses what to do. Go to Egypt and bring the people out of slavery. Exodus chapter 3, verse 14. And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. Excuse me. God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you. So Moses heard God say, I am that I am. And you go and tell I am has sent you. So, Moses heard God say this, and he tried to make excuses. He said, I can't go. I can't do it. First, I'm not important enough. Who am I? They won't accept me. I'm nobody. So that was his first excuse. And secondly, I'm qualified. I don't have the skills. They won't respect me. And thirdly, I can't speak well. And finally, who will go with me? Am I just going to go by myself? I can't do it by myself. Who's going to go with me? And so Moses went through his excuses. And God said, stop it. It says that God got angry with him and said, I told you to go. God speaks to us. Are we going to do it? If God spoke to you, would you do what God said? You saw a bright light that told you to go to Washington, D.C., speak to the president. Would you go? Or tomorrow morning, if you were in bed and somebody came to your door, you open the door and there's 4 soldiers standing there. And who's standing there with them but the President of the United States? President Obama comes in and says, I want you to go to all the deaf people and explain about my new program for the deaf. I have a new program for the deaf, and I want you to go and announce it. Would you be willing to do that? Of course. The President of the United States wants you to say, yes, sir, I'll do it. So, it's the same with God. God asked Moses to go to Egypt. Moses said, no, I can't. God said, I want you to go. So Moses humbled himself. And notice the words, I am. It's very important. God's answer was, I am. another label for God is Jehovah. You know what that word means? How do you know where is that word from? Jehovah. You know, the Jehovah's Witnesses, they use the name of Jehovah. I forgot some of the other signs, but Jehovah. They talk about Jehovah a lot. Referring to God. Do Jehovah's Witnesses believe that Jesus is God? No, they don't. Jehovah's Witnesses say that Jesus was not God. But look at John chapter 1, verse 1. It says, in the beginning was the Word. See, that's a capital W, not a small w. The Word was who? Jesus. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. Jesus is God. And the Word became, or was made flesh, and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory. The glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. That's talking about Jesus. That Jesus is Jehovah. Jesus is God. Jesus is the same as God. God is the same as Jesus. God came from heaven to be born in the flesh on earth. That's Jesus. Jesus is 100% God. He had a human body. He was in the flesh. He had skin and blood, and he was tempted. He had desires, and hungered and thirsted. He never sinned. He never sinned. It's very important to understand. Jesus never once sinned. He was God. Today we understand I am. God claims I am. And Jesus also is God. So now, let's see where Jesus describes himself with I am. First, I am the door, or the gate. John chapter 10, verse 7. 7 through 9. John chapter 10, verses 7 through 9. Then said Jesus unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers. But the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. So you see the picture here. Here's the shepherd. Now, long ago, they didn't have hinges on gates, and they couldn't lock the gate. They didn't have padlocks. So how would they keep the sheep in? The shepherd would sit in the opening. And if the sheep, as the sheep came in, he would let them in, and then he would lead them out. When they were ready to go back in, he would bring them back in, and as all the sheep went in, he would focus on the sheep, because the shepherd knew, the sheep knew the shepherd's voice. And so they listened to the shepherd. They would pay attention to him. If the stranger came and called out to them, they would ignore him. They didn't know his voice. So a thief or a robber, they would ignore someone who came to steal the sheep. And Jesus proclaimed, I am the door. So Jesus wanted people to come. He said, follow me. If any man enter in, he shall be saved. So, if you were the shepherd, could you jump over the wall? Or if you were the sheep, could you jump over the wall? No. It's too high. You might keep trying, maybe hitting your head, but you wouldn't succeed. There's only one way in and out. Does it have a back door? No. There's only one way in and out, and that's through Jesus. So Jesus said, I am the way of life. Jesus is the only person we can trust for salvation. You work hard, you want to serve the Lord, you give lots of money, but even your baptism is worthless. We thank you for your work. We thank you for your service. We thank you for your gifts to the Lord, yes. But will that get you into heaven? No, it can't. It's impossible. Jesus said, I am the only way. Other people had come before and proclaimed themselves and tried to fool people Joseph Smith, the founder of the Mormon church, who started trying to convince people that he was the Messiah. And tried to convince people to believe something different. But there's only one God, and only one way to heaven, and that's Jesus Christ. Jesus is the door. And Jesus talked about pasture for the sheep, just like Psalms 23. We talked about that in Sunday school a month ago. We talked about the 23rd Psalm and how God is our shepherd. He provides us with good food. The last verse here, John chapter 3, verse 3. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. Without receiving Jesus into your heart, you cannot go to heaven. There's only one way, and that's Jesus. Jesus is the door. The door is open for us. We are welcome to come in. But you have to go through the door. You can't do it on your own. And many people want to teach. They teach that all religions are equal. If you're a Muslim, that's fine. If you're a Buddhist, that's fine. All religions are fine. No, only one way, only one truth, only one door, and that's Jesus. So, first we see God proclaiming, I am. And then we see Jesus saying, I am the gate, the door. Third, I am the good shepherd. Now, in John chapter 10, verse 11, go ahead and read verse 11. Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. This is very interesting to me. As I read this, it really convicted me. You notice from verse 11 to 14, he's comparing two different people. One, the shepherd. And the second, the hireling, the hired person who's going to... The shepherd was gone or two flocks. He would hire someone to work for him. He would watch one flock, and the hired person would watch the other. The shepherd and the hireling. Very interesting comparison. shepherd stayed with the sheep. He was willing to die for them. The good shepherd was willing to die for his sheep. Jesus was willing to die for us. That's the meaning of Jesus as the good shepherd. But the hired worker expand on the story a little bit. Something happened that the hired worker saw a wolf coming. He would run away because he's afraid for himself. He wouldn't stay with the sheep, forget it. He would be gone as fast as he could. Did he care for the sheep? No. He cared for himself only. He wasn't interested in staying and helping out no matter what happened. He only cared about himself. The good shepherd stayed with his sheep no matter what happened. No matter what happened. The wolf came, he was ready to fight for his sheep. If he died, he accepted that risk. He was ready to fight. The shepherd and the sheep knew who the shepherd was. They knew the shepherd. And Jesus said, my people know who I am. They know me, and I know them. The hired worker doesn't love the sheep. He's thinking of himself and the money, that's all. He's only thinking of his own profit. He doesn't care for the people. He doesn't care for help them or encourage them. He doesn't care anything about them. He's only doing it for himself. So that's interesting to me. I've seen people both ways. No matter what happens, they'll stay with the flock. And other people, when the problem comes, they quit immediately. If the problem comes up, they say, I'm not interested. No, thank you. Hard times? No, not interested. That's not a good shepherd. That's not good. The good shepherd stays no matter what happens. That's Jesus' example for us. And we can copy that example. So, John chapter 10, verse 11 through 14 talks about the good shepherd and the hired worker. And you can write that verse down for yourself. So Jesus said, I am the gate, and I am the good shepherd. The Bible always requires a response from us. change something in our lives, right? We have to change something to respond. So, John chapter 10, verse 16 is also talking about sheep. Jesus says, "And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd." In 1 John chapter 2, verse 6, it says, He that says he abides in himself, he abides in him, ought himself also to walk, even as he, Jesus, walked. So this is a little bit complicated. What this means is, if I proclaim that I'm a Christian, I walk with the Lord, I should act like Jesus. My actions should be like him. And maybe you know the book called In His Steps. Do you know that book? You know why would Jesus? You know, wear these bracelets with WWJD on them. I think when I was in high school in the 90s or something like that. And that was spread, but that came from that book, In His Steps. It's based on this verse. How do we walk so as to copy Jesus? First, we have to know His Word. We have to know what He said. And how? Read His Word every day. There are many opportunities to learn from His Word. You have a Bible, you can read it, or there are various other ways. We have phone apps called Deaf Bible. Have you seen that?
Oh.
If you want, I can show you after church. I'm glad to show you. It's cool. It's all in ASL. It's cool. And it's easy to understand. So I encourage you, get involved in His Word and change. Start step by step to be more like Him. So now, what about you? Have you accepted that Jesus is God? You know that He is the only way to get into heaven. Jesus is the only way to salvation. He died, and was buried, and rose again. I just saw the thorns yesterday with the fruit. I saw Jesus died, buried, and rose for us. That paid off the sin, the debt that we owe. His blood cleanses us. So, have you received Jesus into your heart? Are you a talker or a doer? A doer or a talker? Talk's easy. talks cheap. It's easy to talk, Reed. You believe I could dunk a basketball in high school? Right? Think I could do it now? Talk? Prove it. You think I could do that? No, I'll let you know right now I can't. But our actions prove what we believe. And if we believe in Jesus, then our lives should change. Are you reaching out to other people? There are other sheep, other deaf people. Think of all the deaf people in Kansas. There are many more, right? There are many more. We have to reach out to them. Here in the church, we believe in the truth. We have to use the truth to convince other people that Jesus is the only way. And you can do it. You can do it. If you say you can't, remember Moses. Moses said, no, I can't. He made excuses. And God said, yes, you can. Go. It's the same with us. We just need to surrender and go. Let's pray. Now, before I pray, I'm curious. Maybe you feel like you don't understand salvation and what it means to accept Jesus into your heart. Or you don't understand how Jesus' blood can save you. Maybe you have never been saved. And you don't understand and you want to know more. If so, raise your hand. If you haven't been saved and you want to know more, maybe you feel embarrassed, you don't want to raise your hand. You want everyone to look at you, that's fine. After church, you can come to me and meet with me, or there's many other people. If you feel more comfortable talking with a woman, you can talk to my wife, or there's many other people who can share with you what it means. Secondly, are you active for Him? Are you working for Him? Are you using your skills for Him? I challenge you. Maybe you think, well, I can improve. I can improve. I'm raising my hand. I can improve. Anyone else? Yes, you think you can improve. What about reaching out to others? You can improve there? I can. I can improve, yes. So I challenge you to do it. Do it. You can talk, you can raise your hand. But when you go out, are you going to do it? I challenge you. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for your word. We thank you for the blessing we have for you. We thank you for Jesus Christ, our example. He is the gate, the only way to get to heaven, to reach salvation is through Jesus. And we thank you that He is the shepherd, that you loved us, and You are staying with us and sacrifice your life for us. We thank you. Now, in the future, help us to change our lives, to be more like you. We love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name.